Once upon a time, in a small, sunny town, lived a young boy named Jack. Jack was a good kid, but he had one little problem. He sometimes told small fibs to get out of trouble. His best friend in the whole world was a clever and colorful parrot named Rico, who was a master of mimicry. Rico could imitate almost any sound he heard, from the doorbell to the TV jingle. One sunny afternoon, Jack was playing soccer inside the house, something his mom had told him not to do 100 times. He kicked the ball a little too hard, and crash. It flew right into his mom's favorite vase, a beautiful blue and white ceramic piece she had received from his grandma. The vase shattered into a million tiny pieces. Jack's heart sank. He knew he was in big trouble. Just then, he heard his mom's car pull into the driveway. Panic set in. Thinking fast, he quickly swept the broken pieces under the living room rug. His plan was simple. Blame the cat, Whiskers. Whiskers was always getting into mischief, so it seemed like a believable story. When his mom walked in, she immediately noticed the empty spot on the mantelpiece. "Jack, honey, where is my vase?" she asked, her voice laced with concern. Jack took a deep breath and put on his most innocent face. "Oh, Mom," he said, trying to sound convincing. It was Whiskers. He jumped onto the mantel and knocked it over. I tried to stop him, but it was too late. From his cage in the corner, Rico watched the whole scene, tilting his head from side to side. Jack's mom looked at Whiskers, who was sleeping peacefully in a patch of sunlight, looking anything but guilty. She sighed. "Oh, that naughty cat. I guess it was an accident." Jack felt a pang of guilt, but also a wave of relief. He had gotten away with it, or so he thought. The next day, Jack's grandma came to visit. As they all sat in the living room, she noticed the missing vase. "Where's that lovely vase I gave you?" she asked Jack's mom. Before his mom could repeat the story, a loud, clear voice echoed from the corner of the room. Crash! Rico squawked, perfectly imitating the sound of the breaking vase. Everyone turned to look at the parrot. Jack's face turned pale. Rico wasn't finished. He puffed up his chest and, in a perfect imitation of Jack's panicked voice, shouted, "It was Whiskers! It was Whiskers!" Then he made a swishing sound, just like the broom sweeping the pieces under the rug. The secret was out. Rico had just reenacted the entire event for everyone to hear. The room fell silent. Jack's grandma and mom looked from the parrot to Jack, whose face was now as red as Rico's feathers. He couldn't lie anymore. The truth was flapping its wings right there in the living room. Tears welled up in Jack's eyes as he looked at his mom. "I'm so sorry, Mom," he whispered, his voice trembling. "It was me. I was playing soccer in the house, and I broke it. I was scared I'd get in trouble, so I blamed Whiskers." His mom came over and gave him a hug. She wasn't angry, just disappointed. "Jack," she said softly, "I'm not mad that the vase is broken. Things can be replaced. But I am sad that you lied to me. Honesty and trust are far more valuable than any vase." She explained that trust, once broken, is much harder to fix than a ceramic pot. She also reminded him that taking responsibility for our actions, even when it's scary, is a part of growing up. Jack understood. He apologized to his mom again, and even gave Whiskers an extra pet and a treat to say sorry for blaming him. From that day on, Jack learned a very important lesson, all thanks to his feathered friend. He realized that telling the truth, even when it's hard, is always the right thing to do. The short-term relief of a lie is never worth the long-term damage it can do to the trust of the people you love. Rico, for his part, occasionally let out a loud crash from his cage, followed by, "It was Whiskers." It served as a funny, yet constant, reminder for Jack about the day his parrot taught him the true value of honesty. And whenever Jack felt tempted to tell a little fib, he would look at Rico, smile, and choose the truth instead. He knew that a clear conscience was the best feeling in the world. So, what can we learn from Jack and Rico? It's that honesty is always the best policy. It builds strong relationships and shows respect for others. Even when we make mistakes, owning up to them is a sign of strength and character. It might be tough in the moment, but in the long run, the truth will always set you free. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. See you next time.